indulge me. Yale, a place gilded or haunted, if you like, by names. Cleant Brooks, Harold Bloom, Thomas Greene, Jeffrey Hartman, John Hillis Miller. How little these names mean to you, how much to us who knew them or knew those who did. Men of the 1950s and 1960s who were humanists in their bones, and their companion at Harvard, M.H. Abrams, and at Columbia, Lionel Trilling and Jacques Barzun. A friend of mine from Yale once described them as men who tried to provide a liberal education every time they spoke. They assumed responsibility to know all points of Western history and philosophy and to admire all classic literature. If someone asked if they had read a classic, acceptable responses were yes or a shamefaced not yet. If they read less than 4 languages, they were ashamed. How great are the changes I see when I look out over these same institutions today. How few are the Jacques Barzuns. How few are the Lionel Trillings. How few and irreplaceable are the Harold Blooms. My own self-esteem, from having tasted that standard of excellence and Catholicism of taste embodied in my teachers and my teachers' teachers, derives from the constant effort of self-improvement. Forever reading, forever learning anew, with eye upon that constant star of complete knowledge joined to complete humanity, which cliché calls the man of the Renaissance, but that true lover of beauty and goodness the American poet Hart Crane called the visionary company of love, that communion of my many fathers, whose love and wisdom many ages long have passed from heart to heart as sacred fire, with more than religious, with an evangelic fervor, that the best of man's efforts should always live on in heralded futurity, to welcome all generations to the brotherhood of their civilization. And I hope to see emerging swiftly, very swiftly, graduates of the University of Austin, men and women riveted to our traditional American faith, not to partisan slogans, but to liberty and order, civic courage, self-government, and devout submission to the moral law. And I hope to see these wise and fortunate men and women armed and disciplined in all the arts, sciences, and technologies whose use will decide the fate of fortunes and of empires in our coming 21st century.